Hey guys, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson, tackling some of the tougher volleys in tennis, and today we're specifically looking at what we would consider a stretch volley, something that Pete Sampras did somewhat effortlessly. So I want to show you guys one of these shots real quick, and again, stretching out to volley is something we are hopefully trying to avoid more often than not. What I would always look to do first and foremost is move myself into a position where I can then strike through the ball. And obviously there are those occasions where whether I moved well or not, I end up having to kind of reach as far as I can just to get my racket on the ball. Okay, so this scenario to me is really typical. If I'm at the net, I might have shaded over to follow my previous shot, and then my opponent is trying to hit a cross-court passing shot against me. Okay, so my position is here because I've got to be on this half of the court with him to be able to cover the down the line, and then he's hit a great attempt at a passing shot, and I'm forced to basically stretch as far as I can just to get my strings on the ball. All right, so let's take a look at one of these. All right, you can see, I think because I'm tall, I probably relied on this shot more than I should have because I have a pretty substantial reach. But we want to know a couple things about this shot. First and foremost, it's very tough to get a lot on this volley. Anytime I'm reaching laterally to make contact with the ball, I'm now losing the ability to go through the ball. And that's where a lot of power is created on our volley. Not to mention, my weight transfer was totally used up when I went sideways to go get the ball. So, you know, part of a good volley is that my weight goes forward into the shot. So I've lost two key components of a good stick volley, you know, the reach forward and the weight transfer forward. So be okay with the idea that this volley usually is not going to travel too far through the court. And I mentioned Sampras earlier. You know, this guy moved amazingly, and a lot of times when he got fully stretched after moving well, you know, he dropped this little volley over the net that looked like a pre-planned drop shot, when in actuality it was really kind of the only ball he had to play on. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple more here. You guys are going to see the result now. I'll probably do my best to get the ball deep into the court, but with the idea that even a really solid contacted volley might end up short. Okay, so here we go. See it again. That one right there. Okay, so you guys can see I got a good split, kind of big push off to the side, was still fully outstretched to hit, and I got a decent drop volley. Now, if my opponent can get to that ball, what's great is I'm in a position to kind of still be here and be standing right in front of their next shot, kind of covering their next ball. All right, so be very aware that when we can, don't rely on the reach initially. Try to move yourself as best as possible to stick through the volley. But when you do have to hit a fully outstretched volley, get as much on it as you can, but really kind of work the hands. Be able to get the strings a little more open, because we're not adding as much power as normal. We might need a little more height to get the ball over the net, so let the hands open the racket a little more. And do not, be very careful with this, do not, as you're stretching, start looking for your result too quickly, because that's the time that I see a lot of club level players start mishitting the stretch volley. We get tempted as we reach out to look to see if we made it. And I think if you guys play that back where you saw me kind of make that last volley, my eyes are going to stay on contact until I feel that ball crossing over the net. And that gives me the best chance to at least catch this tough volley on the center of the strings. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that was helpful. please click like below this video, and if you happen to be watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks, and we'll see you guys soon.